Hello everyone, so late here. Welcome to our next episode of our Final Fantasy VII Platinum playthrough on the PS4. Last episode, killed a boss, got our new party member in the form of Red 13, rescued Eris, and now we broke out of jail and we just finished following that gnarly trail of blood, looks like from Genova being dragged all over the place. So strap in and let's pick up where we just left off. Alright, so time to get ready for some boss battles. Unfortunately, you cannot use that save point, so just make sure you don't die on this first boss. He's not hard in any way, shape, or form. So you definitely want to remove everyone's materia, because you are not going to have access to any of them. So time to start equipping everything on Eris, Red 13, and Barret. Most importantly, you want to make sure that there is magic on both Red 13 and Eris. The only way that this boss can be damaged is from long range. So what I will be doing is giving lightning to Eris and loading her up with as much magic as possible. And then I will be giving Red 13 another skill such as fire, ice, whatever you want to give him. He just needs to be able to access a magic skill or he will sit there and do nothing during the entire battle. I mean, I guess you could throw Cure on him, but he won't be able to do any attacks. Barret, since he has the machine gun and he's long range, you don't have to worry about that. So I just kept his strength as high as possible by not equipping any of the magic materias. So once you go into this elevator, the encounter will start. There's two forms to this boss. Like I said, he's really easy. There are two status effects you can get from him from the various phases, either poison or sleep. You honestly don't have to worry about it at all. Just keep spamming fire, bolt, and if you want to attack with magic with Barret you can, or just use normal attacks. And if you get a limit break, use it, even though he is far away. For instance, Red 13's limit, it's not impacted by long range or not, it'll still hit him. as you can see, couldn't steal there. And as you're about to see, Sled Fang will still hit him. Not for a whole lot of damage, but... Like I said, easy. He didn't even get a super attack off, which doesn't do that much damage. You can just easily heal through it. Time for phase 2. Just as simple. Just keep slapping him with stuff. So A, B cannon can inflict sleep, C cannon can inflict poison. And then everything else is either an AoE attack or just a single target a lot of damage attacks. But super easy to heal through. Boss is dead. One down. 2 more to go. The drop is garbage. We already have the carbon bangles as an easy upgrade. Make sure to remove all your materia from everyone else first. You are going to be going this fight solo with Cloud. So the main things you'll want for this fight is Restore, just in case you need to do any healing, Poison, and then just at that point fill up your slots with whatever you want to get AP. So for instance, Steel, definitely, Lightning. And if you do die here, obviously you were not able to save, so you're going to have to redo the other fight, so just make sure to play it a little bit safe. If it looks like you're taking more damage than you should. You want to make sure to kill the dog first. Not only does he cast Barrier on Rufus, He also casts M Barrier. They will decrease damage dealt by physical and magic respectively. But mainly you get a guard source, which it's a permanent stat increase to your vitality for killing the dog. So just make sure to take him out first. Both enemies can be poisoned. And just poison does a lot of damage. And he can also be paralyzed / stopped with your cross slash. It only lasts for about a turn, but it's good enough to get a cross slash in, then a heal, as you'll see. And unfortunately the barrier did decrease the amount of damage he just took. And barrier just lasts for a certain amount of turns. It doesn't matter how much damage it's not like it's a damage shield where it only absorbs so much. It's just based on time. As you can see, we have that little barrier bar on our HUD. Every turn it goes down. So if we have barrier, it works the same way. So as you can see, guard source and a protect vest. Protect vest is an accessory that gives plus 10 to vitality as long as it's equipped. So we'll go ahead and use that guard source on Cloud. And you can still get into random enemy encounters here, but they're really easy, so you should have no issue dealing with them with a solo Cloud, as you'll see right here. Definitely make sure to save here. You don't want to have to redo those 2 encounters again. Once you've saved, go talk to Tifa. Alright, so time for a minigame, and immediately following the minigame there will be a boss fight. So go ahead and pick your party. I'm going to go with Red 13 and Barret. And then what you also want to do is to make sure at least your 2 non-ranged characters are in the back row. That will, because they will get back attacked at the very beginning of the fight, so that means you don't have to change their rows if you want them to do maximum amount of melee damage. Now I'm going to keep Barrett in the front as well, just so he takes more damage so he'll get limit breaks faster. So this boss does fire elemental damage, so by having elemental fire in the armor slots, you will take reduced damage from the fire. He's also weak to lightning and he absorbs fire. So you're going to be wanting to spam lightning magic and ice magic if you're going to be hitting him with any type of elemental magic. He does do quite a bit, so you will definitely need to be using your restore to get some health back up. Also potions, whatever you need. He does hit a little hard. You should equip all those materia so everything gets AP. Then also make sure to re-equip your accessories. So what you want to do here is just hit all the other bikes that are coming up to the car. As you can see, there's health meters again near each character. Whenever you get hit or they get hit, their health bar goes down. That will impact how much health you have going into the boss fight. So you want to do your best to minimize damage on yourself and them. And if you hit one, and there's one coming up behind it, he'll get hit too. What you do not want to do is kill a bike right in front of them, because they're going to take a ton of damage that way. As you can see, everybody's just taking a ton right there. And I am horrible at this minigame, by the way. I am not looking forward to getting that trophy for the minigame later on. Almost at the end. Try not to get hit by Motorball as he drives on by. As you can see, Red 13 has a lot less health because he kept getting hit in the truck. And there's that back attack I mentioned, but now we no longer have to change rows, so we can just go ham on him from the very beginning. Did not mean to use Mind Blow. He doesn't have anything to steal either, so just go ahead and use Bolt, physically attack, use Ice, do not use Fire, it does reduced damage. But he honestly goes down pretty quick. as you can see, because Red 13 had elemental fire in his equipment slot, he took half the amount of damage that the other two took. So if you know a boss's elemental affinity before going into it, it will definitely help out on the damage front. And less healing means more damage output, and the faster bosses go down. And normally you'd want to heal here to get topped off just in case, but with 2 limit breaks coming up, I'm not too worried about it, so I'm just going to go ham on him and hopefully he dies. Worst case scenario, I'll use a couple potions just to get everybody topped off, but he should almost be dead. Oh, and there he goes. And that is the last boss fight of Midgar. Congratulations, everyone. That star pendant makes you null to poison attacks, so you cannot get poisoned, and it will do no damage to you. So, for instance, if an enemy could use bio on you, you would not get any damage from it and not get the poison status effect. Alright, and we do have an affinity choice here coming up. Every character you decide to take with you in your party gets an affinity point of +1 except for Red 13. So make sure to bring Barret and Red 13 along, just so Tifa and Eris do not get the +1 points if you are going for that Barret date. Also make sure not to talk to the other two either. Also, they already have all their materia and equipment set up, so I don't want to have to reorganize that right away either. So before we head off to Com, we are going to do a little mini side questing. We want to get our first enemy skill for our enemy skill materia, as well as a new significant weapon upgrade for Barret. So specifically, we're going to be looking for an enemy called a custom sweeper. It looks very similar to the machines with the machine guns from the reactor. So we're going to be looking for those. Okay, so once again, these guys can steal from you, so make sure to kill them quickly. And don't be a scrub like me and attack the ones in the back row with your sword. You can do that later, just not now. So I know there's definitely 3 encounters you can get to over here in the brown kind of dirtish area. One with those 2 enemies that we just saw, a motorcycle rider which dies really easily, and then the custom sweepers, so hopefully we can get them pretty shortly. Oh, and here we go. So we're just going to keep trying to steal from them. We'll kill off one though in the process, and then leave the other one alive. Hopefully it won't take forever like the Carbon Bingles and Hard Edge did. And Matra Magic. So, since Barrett had it equipped, Barrett now learns it because he did not die. And you can tell when they learned it because they'll spin around in a 360, as well as it'll show you the little headline up top. It's just non-elemental damage to all enemies. It's not a whole lot, but it can be good with a lot of weak enemies on the field. Using that triangle trick to select party members. Really should have had all restore on someone else that does not have steel for moments like this, so I don't have to use potions. Because potions are very quickly being outclassed at this point. Alright, we got our atomic scissors, so we're just going to go ahead and finish this guy off. And then we'll go ahead and equip them, head to comm, and that'll be the end of the episode. Want to thank you everyone for joining me. Got 3 bosses done today, it feels good. We pretty much got into the open world area of the game now, where we're not just running around in a city, and things definitely get moving and get really interesting from here on out. So make sure to stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe button, leave any comments down below, and thank you everyone, and have a great day.